So, I mean, a couple people were asking just what pens I use, and I kind of want to do this anyway, but I thought I would do a little thing of like what pens I use, because it shouldn't be hard and it shouldn't take that long. And I use a lot of pens already on there, and a lot of pens that other people have made. And I mean, I hope I had good taste in them. I mean, it's the ones I've been using. Some of these I've been using for a while, some I've like kind of slowly, ignore that, replaced out from other pens. So hopefully this is a good and helped you out. Sorry for the, whatever, rambling. But we'll just start. So this is the pen I use. I'm not gonna write down what kind of pen it is. You can see it if you need to back up. This is the dip pen, but it's the dip pen hard. Yep, it's the dip pen hard, and this is the pen I use for the most videos. I probably use around like size 2, depending on like how thick I want the line art to be. So normally how cartoony I want to just have thicker line art, but it's like this is the biggest it gets. It doesn't get crazy, but I mean like the pressure sensitivity is pretty good on there, so some light pressure sensitivity, same size. You can make it smaller, I mean, obviously, but so this is the one I use probably majority of. It's very, I mean, especially for line art stuff, it's really good. It's very, like, just, it's a good one. It's kind of a good, it has a lot of purposes, blah, blah, blah. It's my little face of a person. They kind of look a little messed up, but that's okay. It's just how the pen works. But this one, it's really good. I mean, like, it's just kind of, it's like a basic dot to it. It's pretty good. It's it's just like it's a good multi-purpose pen. So I'm just gonna move on to the next one. So just I was, like, oh, this one's not really special. I mean, it's not special. It's just an airbrush, but kind of got a bunch of lines to it. But I mean, like, this is the biggest it gets, and I mean, it works. It does the purpose of an airbrush. Nothing really too special about this one. But so I'm just gonna move on to the next one. There's not much to talk about the airbrush. This is felt tip pen soft, and this one's is this one? Yeah, so this one isn't, it's not, it doesn't look that bad, but it's a little bit more pixelated than the ones I normally use for line art. This one I mostly use for, of like, if I want to color in a lot of space, say like I want to have like a cool background, and I'm like, okay, well, kind of basically the same way I'd use airbrush, just to have like the background have like a color on it, and maybe like do it like this and just blur them together. But like basically I like doing that instead of using the airbrush to do it. I just like that tool. It works for coloring, for a couple other things, but it's not amazing. This one I like never used literally a glitter pen. I don't like, I go through and I every once in a while like delete the pens I don't use. I don't use this one a lot, but I'm just like, but it's kind of fun. And I feel like I've used it like probably 5 times, but it's kind of fun. And you got glitter lines. Do I draw a lot of glitter things? No. Do I use this pen often? Almost never. But it's fun. And then this is probably actually my second most used pen. This is a hard Japanese pen. Kind of similar to the other one, has a little bit more line variant. As you can see, like, it goes to more of a tip there. This one doesn't, yeah, this one really doesn't get very big. The smallest it is this. Zoom in, see, like, wow, so it's kind of pixelated, but it's kind of digital. But it works. I think this one, it's really good. Like, I do like this one. So we'll move on to the next one. Outline. These are good. I use these a lot. Oopsie. I don't know why it's set. It lags when oh gosh, it got mad at me. It lags when I have it set to the biggest size, so, which I don't really normally use it at. But this one, I have a lot of outline ones, and this one it's just outline. But I don't know if this is one someone made or one that I just made. This may have been one somebody else made, because like on this area on a line, you can kind of see there. And there you can search pens other people have made. And this one I really like, because I feel like a lot of the line pens, it's so much of the line and not the inside, which is just kind of annoying. And I mean, it connects. And the color you do change is the black part, or the whatever color you want it to be. But so, I mean, you can just, if you want the inside to be, you can just bucket fill it, so it works good. And then we have, this is the randomest name. Someone made it online. It's called Sand Chicken. And it works so good, though, for texture, like, especially for sand. I was trying to find a pen that would help me draw sand. I mean, like, it's not crazy realistic or anything, but, like, for comic work especially, I don't want to spend an hour on sand. Like that's really annoying and inconvenient. And this pen is like it doesn't. It's hard to find the right color. That is looks like leaves. It looks like autumn leaves. Anyway, but it works really good for like grounds, especially because like not a lot of people are gonna pay a ton of attention to the ground, and I don't want to spend like 3 hours trying to make sand look right. So I found this, and it works really well. This is another one I don't use a lot, but like every once in a while I really need it, and like although it's kind of fun because you can actually kind of looks like an eye to me almost like you could do like really cool eye with this, but like let me show you what I'm thinking. Eh. Like you could do it like this and have that like the pupil. I mean, like probably make it look better than that, but I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't think I've ever done that, but it's an idea in my head that I probably will do, maybe. But I mean, it's just I should probably be saying. I think I've been saying the names of these, but this is watercolor edge 2, and it's fun. I don't do a lot of digital watercolor or traditional. I mean, I have a friend that does a lot, and it's really cool, but it stresses me out. I find it really annoying, but it's cool looking, and we got digital, which is less annoying than traditional, at least for me. And then particles is this one. I was like, what? I actually draw. I like drawing freckles on a lot of people, and if you just let me select the skin color and then have it cropped over that. And little note that I feel like a lot of people know now is that young me didn't know for the longest time is that freckles aren't black. They tend to be dark brown. And I kept drawing people with black freckles and I was like, why do they look wrong? Which is funny because I have like a black freckle on me and it's really dark. But that's a fact about me. There you go. But this is just really good for drawing freckles and maybe some background if you needed particles, I guess. And this is I can't read that word. It's too small. I can't read that word. There's too many letters. But this is what I use. You can look it up. This is someone made this one. I use it for fire. Also for comic stuff. Like I just find it really convenient to not have to worry about drawing fire sometimes. Because that doesn't. But like I mean, I think it works best with the orange color. About the dark orange. Yeah, probably the dark orange is what it looks best with. But I mean, like, it's just really convenient and saves a lot of time when I need to be drawing fire, especially for like a comic stuff. I think I said that like 80 times, so sorry about that. But it just saves time, which is what I kind of want. This one I've used. It's okay. I feel like I like have an idea of like it could look super cool. I just need to like the right illustration, use it with it, and like it looks really pretty, and I feel like it would look so cool. I just haven't used it, but I did save it because so I can't attest a ton to this one because I haven't really ever used it before, but oof, can't really see it when it's, there you go, you can kind of see it when it's full. Huh. But, I think it looks really cool, and I think there could be something really cool I could do with that, but this one is really cool. Why is it black? Oh yeah. This one, like, I haven't used this one, but, like, it's really fun. I feel like you could do, like, a really cool, like, square-looking style with this. Every once in a while, I do like to experiment with different styles somewhat. Like it's very I don't know, like it's really fun to use. Like it's very square. I mean it's supposed to be, but I have a good time with this one. Like it's very I don't know, like very cartoony, almost like the square kind. And this one is really fun. Like I mean I think I did an inverted drawing. I think I just used the filter because there's an inverted filter on Ibis, but this one, which I mean I didn't know there was an inverted filter at the time, but it's kind of a fun brush because it I don't know, I mean it's inverted. You can do a lot with an inverted brush, I mean, somewhat. But it's very fun to mess around with. So, and that one's fun to use if you want to have like some fun exploring. And then lining pen, this one is very more of a texture, which I think you should always have like somewhat of a textured option because sometimes I'll be drawing and I do want it to look more traditional and less digital, even though it is digital. And I think a textured brush can help a lot with that. So I think this one's really good. It doesn't get very, oopsie. I'll just erase that then. It doesn't get very big, but I mean, it's got pretty good line weight to it. And it is fun for like making, oopsie. I hate it when it does that. Really, there you go. But, so that one is, we have another texture, and this one is, I like to just explore the brushes that other people have made. This one they were saying it's really good for grass, which I hate drawing grass, and you just like look, it worked so well. I was a little surprised. Like it, and it looks like grass. Like, you just glance, I'm like, oh yeah, grass. And I just did not think, I was like, what do you mean? I didn't think it would work that well. I actually haven't used it a lot, mostly like, but it's good when you do use it. And then, oh, this is what I use. Like, it's the super textured one that does get bigger. And this one I use a lot for like, I feel like, I don't know what I've used this one more, but I feel like not. It doesn't get very small. This one, I think the smallest it gets is, oh, okay, never mind, it gets way smaller than I thought. But I like to have it a little bit bigger just because I like darker, thicker line art, so. But this one's good. It's like it is really good for just, and like it's got, you can see it's super textured. You can layer it well. I mean, I'll show you what it looks like underneath. If we go like this color, like it does layer well. Like, I think that looks really, it's just like a nice brush to layer, especially. So, yeah. And then, I'm almost done. This won't be long at all. And then just blending brush, which I use. I feel like I use this when I draw food a lot. I don't know why, but that's just kind of what I feel like I use this brush for the most. But you kind of got to use multicolors here. Like this one, you do have to use on one layer. So if you're not like, which I don't, so this one I kind of have to draw a little bit differently than I normally draw, because I draw in like 28,000 layers. I feel like I used to draw in a lot less, and now I'm like the most layers humanly possible. But that's taking advantage of, digital and whatnot. So this one, it layers, I mean, it's like a layer blending brush, but it works well. I mean, it's fun to, like, because you can have like that really textured look where it is very obviously layered, but in a cool way, and I like that. I mean, it kind of looks like a mango. I don't do that as well as some other people do, but like, I mean, obviously practice. And this is the Lana Realism brush, and this one, it's another one, excuse me, it's another brush that's kind of newer, and I mean, it's also, I feel like, it's sort of like almost, but it's kind of cool looking. Like, it's got like the particles on the, oopsie, it's got like the particles on the outside. This one, you could probably do like for a lining brush, and maybe that'd be like a cool look if you kind of did like a very particly lining brush. I don't know. But, I mean, it is good for like, kind of like coloring if you want it to have like a different vibe is what I use it for a lot. So, and then we have another one for explosion, because I don't like to draw fire or explosions or anything. Oopsie. So this one's really good. It kind of looks like a flower, but like a very big, like, if you start in the yellow, it will be yellow, but if you start in the white, it's gonna be, see, if I go back over the yellow, it's white now, but it does work very, very good for like saving time and whatnot, because again, like, especially if I realize, because I procrastinate in comics a lot, and it's annoying, and then I realize, oh, I need a comic tomorrow, I need an episode, and I've worked on it, not at all. So here's oh, perfect, with textured comic pen. That's very convenient. Which one is this one? I don't remember. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's another textured one, because I think you should have, again, textured pens. And this one's a lot more fluffier looking, I feel like. It's like a pen can be fluffy, but I feel like this one's very fluffy looking. You got the line, here's the dot. Like, it's very, kind of like flower shaped, or like, if you get like, let's see if I can, yeah, there you go. And then like you can watch. Gosh, don't do that. You can like watch it kind of there. I know it's kind of fun to do. But I mean, it definitely has like an interesting look to this one. I feel like it's very personalized, which I mean, I always like having like personalized looking kind of stuff, because it definitely adds more like, what's the word? Like life to your art, I guess. And I mean, yeah, so I don't use a ton of different I mean, I use more than like a few, but I definitely stick the most to the dip pen hard, definitely the airbrush a lot, the hard Japanese pen I use a lot as well. And like every time I draw freckles, I use the particles. It definitely saves me a lot of time. So a lot of these are, I mean, they're really, oh my gosh. A lot of these, they work really well for me. Obviously, I would encourage exploring for your own brushes, because it definitely, like, it does definitely help, like, with, like, I feel like, I don't know, it's like, one, like, sometimes I have art block, and, like, there's two things I'll do if I have art block, because a lot of times I'm like, oh, I should just, when I buy something, it makes me feel like, oh, I should draw now. So there's two things I do because I'm broke. And I mean, here's a little advice, babe, if you made it to the end of like, I will go and I'll explore Ibis Paint, which is what I use for more brushes, or I'll literally go to like the Google Play Store and just like look for different free drawing apps. And sometimes I found some kind of cool ones and just explore there for like free art apps. So I can like, I don't know, because it's like I feel like I've gotten a new drawing thing, but then I haven't spent like $20 on a new set of markers, or like $80 more like it. But yeah, so thank you for making it to the end. If you did, comment a pen. They have pen emojis. I'm like 99% sure. If you've made it to the end, comment one of those, or tell me if they don't have one if you can't find it. But I think they have one. So thank you.